everybody speak at once.
What's different about you as a coach now is when you first started?
Oh, that's a tough question, Drew. I think a lot. You know, I think it's I don't think I'm any different than any other coach that goes through experiences, and we all learn from them, the successes and the failures. You know, sometimes we learn more from the failures than we do the successes. But I just think, you know, I'm probably, when I was first coaching, I wanted to dot every I and cross every T and give all the players all the information they needed to be successful. I think as you get older, and maybe it's part of the evolution of a coach, you understand that sometimes less is more, you know, and you allow your players to express themselves a little bit more. So just trying to find that balance of wanting to prepare your players, but also allowing them to trust their instincts and be the players that they are. I think I have a much better comfort level.
You have a lot of options for your fourth line now. What would you as a coach ideally like to see from a fourth line?
Well, it depends on the personnel that you have. But, you know, when you look at the way our team is constructed right now, you know, we have a line, and if you want to call Teddy Bluger's line our fourth line, you know, we have a line there that's hard to play against, that brings a lot of speed, that can kill penalties, all three of them. Teddy's a good face-off guy. We can play them against other teams' top players, so it gives a coach a lot of options. If we can choose to go power against power if we want, but we also, if we want to take our top guys out of defensive hard-minute situations, we've got a line like that we feel comfortable with, that we can put in those situations. So I think a lot of it just depends on your personnel, but the way our team's constructed right now, we think we've got a real solid 200-foot line that's hard to play against.
Mike, who's your goaltender today?
Matt.
We're making it about Sid and Connor and your Penguins owners.
Yes. Yes, and I understand. You know, as a pure hockey fan, when you have two generational talents like that, it sure is fun to watch. And you know, both respective cities, I think, are privileged to have these guys, to have the opportunity to watch them every day. And we certainly feel that way about Sid. I'm sure you guys feel that way about McDavid and Edmonton. But from my standpoint, today's game is really about two pretty good teams going at it.
Mike, is Gina good to go?
Yes.
There's some foundations. This is the way a Penguins team has to play under Mike Sullivan.
Yes, there's no question. I think it's part of one of my biggest responsibilities as the head coach is to define and steer the identity of the group, and then down to the details what that means, you know, and what everybody's role and respective contribution is towards that identity. And so, you know, we're trying to play the game a certain way, a certain style of play. We're trying to play to our strengths. You know, we look at the group that we have, and we're trying to implement a game plan that allows us to play to our strengths, and that's what we're trying to do.
How often do you go back to that and just remind the guys?
Daily.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Every day.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.